Now, I don't have to spend a whole lot of time discussing with you guys the subject of eligibility. Eligibility will depend on 3 factors, most of which are satisfied by the people in this room. 1, proximity to the Gulf. How close are you to the spill? With all due respect to the citizens of Boston, you're not very close to the spill. Proximity to the Gulf, point number 1. Point number 2, how dependent are you on the natural resources of the Gulf? Beaches, fish, shrimp, oysters, sightseeing, charter boats, motels on the beach, hotels on the beach. How dependent are you on the natural resources? Now remember, I've told you this before, there is absolutely no requirement that oil actually be present on your beach or with your shrimp or oysters. Actual oil pollution is not a requirement of this facility. But how dependent are you on the natural resources? And 3, what is your industry? Easy if you're a fisherman, a shrimper, an oyster harvester, in the boat business, on the bait and tackle, on the dock, a restaurant that sells seafood on the Gulf, easy cases. We will evaluate these elements of your claim and determine, yes, you are eligible. No, you are not eligible. If you are eligible, then let's turn the page. Documentation of your loss. Here's my tax return. Here's my profit and loss statement. Here's my wage loss verified. Here's what I was making before the spill. Here's what I'm making after the spill. The difference is my loss. I have a new business. We don't have before the spill. I was all set to start a new business. Here are my evidence. Here's my sunk costs. Here are the contracts that I lost. Here's the evidence of my future anticipated income, which, Mr. Feinberg, is not speculative. It is real. Here's the evidence. We will calculate the damage for your emergency payments. Now, I must say to a friendly crowd, up to 6 months damage. But I'm reading the newspapers, and they're opening up fishing, and they're opening up shrimping, and the water's safe, and the beaches are clean. I mean, question mark. The last time I was here, the oil was still coming out of that well, and there was no problem documenting 6 months of loss, emergency. Now, what about it? I can't fish for 6 months. You can't? You can fish now. I'm reading the newspaper here. It says you can go fish now. You can shrimp now. I just saw yesterday. Shrimping grounds open. And I'm hearing from shrimpers, we're starting to shrimp. Now we don't know the price, how much we'll have it, just starting. Good news. All of that's going to be factored in here, starting Monday. You surrender no rights when you take the emergency payments. You do surrender certain rights if later on you take lump sum payments. But that's up to you. I am independent. I answer to neither the government nor BP. I am not beholden to either of them. I've been asked by both of them to do just what I've been doing, setting up an entirely voluntary program that is independent from anybody. Don't come to me on Monday with a moratorium claim. I have no jurisdiction over moratorium claims. If you have a moratorium claim, you're going to go to a charity, a nonprofit foundation being set up in New Orleans. Has nothing to do with me, doesn't even come out of the $20 billion. If you're an unemployed rig worker because of the moratorium, that has nothing to do with the Gulf Coast Claims Facility. What if $20 billion is not enough money to pay everybody? Well, I sure hope it will be enough money. But if not, BP has said they will honor any and all valid claims above $20 billion. $20 billion is not a cap. If the costs exceed $20 billion to compensate the victims of the spill, they will be honored. My goal is to provide a more streamlined, efficient, quicker process beginning Monday. Now, I realize that until the checks go out and the program is up and running, it's all talk. But the reason I wanted to come and chat with you guys again, not only because I love seeing you and hearing your claims, but besides that, I want everybody to know this is an educational event here. I want you to know that beginning Monday, you got to do something. Don't sit back and think, well, I already filed with BP, so I'll just wait. No. You got to be proactive. You got to go and file a claim. There we are.
It is insulted to us when we come to this meeting today at UMA Civic Center to see Mr. Feinberg. What shocked us when we saw the Vietnamese brochure in our language, our own language. And when I pick it up and look at it, I don't even know what kind of language was that. Look at this. This is exactly wrong. I'm sure the right content, it meaning good, compared with the American right here, Gulf Coast Claim Facility. And here we don't know what kind of language is that. It's supposed to be very simple. So that's my concern.
The older people have language barrier issues and they don't understand what's going on. So hopefully the younger generation like me and some other people can help them translate and get things going on for them.
I think they ought to have more than these. Perhaps not necessarily with Ken, but with some of the people that's going to be working for Ken, should have these open meetings instead of one person going to the claim center by himself and not understanding what other people are going through. So transparency to me is a big issue.
Mr. Feinberg is going to start on Monday actually implementing the $20 billion. He has indicated to us that he's going to be more generous than BP has done and try to get a resolution to claims, and that's what people want. They want to try to determine whether or not their claim will be accepted or not. You do have to file another claim, but you don't have to resubmit your paperwork. You should be able to do that, so make certain you file your claim again and you have your prior claim number so that it can be transferred properly. We want everybody in our area to get any money that they should be receiving as a result of the BP oil spill.